afternoon, everybody. Welcome on board the MV Teal. We'd like to thank you for joining us today. Discover Cayuga Lake is running this alongside CSI, Community Science Institute. We're going to be doing a cool lake science tour today. We're going to be taking several samples, looking at microbes. We're going to be seeing all kinds of cool stuff, measuring temperatures. We got a bunch planned here. So, Captain upstairs, Captain Mike. We've got Felicia up front, Dakota around here somewhere. My name is Jacoba. These are our crew today. We'd like to thank you for joining us and welcome you on board. A couple safety things to go over just as we're getting started here. We have life jackets available in the main cabin above the area here. They're overhead. This is a Coast Guard inspected and documented vessel, which means that you don't have to wear the life jackets. However, you have to know where they are and how to put them on. So you're going to pull one of them down, pull it apart, slip it over your head, and then you take the black strap, wrap it around your back, clip it in, and pull the black strap to tie it taut. You're welcome to wear one if you'd like. We also have life jackets for children. Please only put in it what you went in to deposit, as well as a little bit of toilet paper. Anything else can go in the trash receptacle. We have sunscreen available. We've got, what are those called? Binoculars.
Here we go. Hello everyone, thanks so much for coming to our first water quality cruise of the season.
Raise your hand if you can hear, and if I don't see a lot of hands, okay, great. It's always hard to know. Well, welcome to the Discover Cayuga Lake water monitoring cruise in partnership with Community Science Institute. It's always, for me, so exciting to get out on the water. This is my first time this season, and we're now following the Cayuga Inlet out to the lake. There's this sense of anticipation. It's getting a little wider. Fewer small vessels maybe as you get out here. This water that we're floating on right now, that's kind of an amazing thing, right, too? I often think about if you could look under the boat and just imagine the water was totally invisible, we'd be kind of hovering over probably not very much depth right in this area. They talk all the time about how it's much needed to dredge out the inlet, which means just taking out a lot of sediment that's come in here. And that sediment has come from the hills, from the waterways that have all washed down in here, and it eventually builds up. Even if you dredge it out, it's going to come back again. But as we go out into the lake, and as this journey goes on, not only will the water widen out into the lake, but the water underneath us will also get deeper and deeper. And we're going to get to some pretty deep spots. Actually, those of you who are helping sample at our furthest location, just north of Myers Point, the water's really cold when we do our deep water sample, which is really, really fun on a hot day like today. Because there's, Cayuga Lake is quite deep. Does anyone know how deep Cayuga Lake is? Raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah, 435 feet, I think, something like that. But you know, also there's a lot of sediment down there. That probably changes and is variable as well. So quite deep. That's a little bit hard to fathom. Anyone been to Taganic Falls? So Taganic Falls is a pretty tall waterfall. It's actually taller than Niagara Falls, even though it's less water. But you could stack two Taganic Falls on top of each other, and that's about how deep it is in the deepest part of the lake, a little deeper than that even. So pretty deep. So we're going to be kind of out hovering over the abyss out there, and in between us and the depths of this lake, in the center of this valley, is a lot of water. So we're all out here as part of the Journey of Water series that CSI, Community Science Institute, is hosting this summer. Some of you have joined us for other programs. We made a water filter of our own, trying to filter water to make it cleaner. We actually made it a little dirtier, but it's tricky. It's difficult to filter water. And then we went to the drinking water treatment facility on 6 Mile Creek, so upstream from here, where the city of Ithaca gets its water from. We're going to do another drinking water plant tour downstream of us here up the lake. Water, and that represented all of the available fresh water on the planet. One of those whole gallons would belong to the Great Lakes watershed. And we only have something like 0.6% of the world's human population. Ithaca is, some of the buildings in downtown Ithaca are getting so tall we're